Mariamar, hi, it's Tom from Connecticut Audubon. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing good. Nice to see you. Your presentation is Thursday, February 18th, 7 p.m. And I thought I'd check in, find out, how, I realize that you're doing other things besides just working on the presentation, but I thought maybe you could give us a quick summary of what it is you're going to tell people next Thursday.
Yeah, so I will be talking about my dissertation work in which I study, I investigate the drivers and the impacts of body condition, particularly the lean mass dynamics of birds and how that impacts their stopover ecology and their migration speed after they've crossed an ecological barrier. And in this case, it's the Gulf of Mexico, which is the primary barrier in our migratory system.
Let me take a step back. You said the lean mass.
Yes, the
Tell me
lean
what
mass
that is.
dynamics.
What is
So that relates to the organ and muscle mass of birds. So in stopover ecology, we consider the body condition of a bird is very important in how quickly it will stop and then resume migration. And for my dissertation, I'm looking not just at the fat components, but also the muscle components, because up until like around the early 90s, it was considered that lean mass was homeostatic, which means it didn't change. And we now know that that is not true, that there are different things that happen in the environment and in the physiology of a bird that lead to changes in their muscle mass or organ masses. And so I'm investigating how does that happen on the environmental conditions that lead to that, and what happens to a bird if it burns too much lean mass.
What happens to it? Do you know?
You'll have
Okay.
you'll have to come see on Thursday.
That's fine. I'm sold. Well, what kinds of birds are we talking about? Which species or which groups of birds?
I am interested in Nearctic neotropical songbirds, and my study species is the Swainson's thrush, the gray-cheeked thrush, the northern water thrush, and the yellow-billed cuckoo. And these are quickly become some of my favorite birds.
Anyway, what are the implications for conservation of your work?
Wow, I think the biggest implication is the realization that everything is connected, especially in regards to the life cycle of these migratory birds. So things that happen during the wintering grounds have an impact during migration, and what happens during migration may have an impact on the breeding success. So it's this trickle down effect, and it's possible that a lot of these things get reset and don't have a carryover effect, but it's also possible that they compound and make it difficult for birds to actually successfully breed or successfully migrate. There's this awesome resource in the stopover ecology literature written by Dave Melman and his colleagues, and they characterize stopover sites in 3 different categories that I've always loved this characterization. The first one is the first stopover is called full service hotel. Uh-huh. So that's where birds can eat the best food as much as they can, good places to rest, and it's just the 5-star hotel kind of a situation. The second one is a convenience store stopover, where they get what they need. It's kind of like when we're on a road trip and we stop at a 7-Eleven. It's probably not the best food, but it will get us where we, will feed us, will get us going. And then the third one is the fire escape stopover site, where it's not the most ideal, but in certain dire situation for birds, it's the difference between life or death.
Right.
So hopefully a lot of these plots that Connecticut Audubon is providing are the full service hotels.
Hotel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're working on your PhD at UMass Amherst. Mm-hmm. If all goes well, when will you be Dr. Gutierrez?
Hopefully by the end of summer, hopefully.
And what are the challenges between now and then for you to achieve that?
Writing these writing up these data, interpreting what these data mean. They're very complex. It's also very novel, and putting it into the context of the rest of our knowledge of stopover ecology is a bit challenging.
Yeah, okay, well, good. Listen, it sounds great. I'm really looking forward to Thursday night. We have about 130 people who have signed up. So it'll be a good crowd, and I'm going to work between now and then to get more as well. So we'll see you at 7 on Thursday, February 18th.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. That's great. Thanks for getting on with me today. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.